Good evening, Nova Nation. It's WXVU Sports Director David Szczepanski, and a good evening it is indeed here at the Finneran Pavilion as your Villanova Wildcats took down the Penn Quakers by a final score of 80-64 in Villanova's first Big Five game of the season. They'll get ready to take on St. Joe's in early December. As for the Wildcats, a lot to like. They finished the game shooting 43% from the field, about 35% from behind the arc. Villanova had 4 Wildcats in double digits: Jasmine Bosco, Maddie Weber, Maddie Burke, and Danae Carter. Danae Carter and Jasmine Bosco both finished this game with 16 points. Carter was so good in this game for Villanova, especially early to kind of set the table for the Wildcats. And talked to Danae after the game at the postgame press conference, being a Philadelphia native, about what these games mean to her. And she just talked about how important it was, how cool it was to play in this rivalry, going to Philly Big Five games as a kid, and how she can teach this rivalry to some of her teammates. So that was really cool to hear. She also added that her uncle went to Temple and played at Temple, so a little rivalry in the family there as well. But Bosco was great once again in her true freshman season, just 4 games in. She's looked really good. Villanova won the assist battle 19-9. They won the rebounding battle by 9 when it was all said and done over Penn, so a lot of good stats there. Wildcats had 11 turnovers, but I thought they did a nice job, especially in the second half, to clean up the turnovers down the stretch. And Villanova led this game by more than 20 points, or at least 20 points, around 20 points is what I should say, for most of this game. But the Wildcats in the fourth quarter, their offense struggled. They brought in some of the bench. It was good to have the starters and the starting lineup get some rest, but the Wildcats just really didn't score a whole lot offensively in the fourth quarter, so that's why it ended up being just a 14-point victory. But Villanova really dominated this game against the Penn Quakers. As for Penn, their leading scorer, Stina Almquist, coming into this game, she was averaging 20 points per game. She scored more than 20 points once again here at the Finneran Pavilion. But besides that, not a whole lot from Penn. They really struggled from the field as well, from behind the arc in this game. They turned the ball over. They struggled defensively to keep up with the Wildcats' speed and agility on the court. So Villanova with a dominating win over Penn. They now improved to 3-1 as they get ready for the battle for Atlantis. They'll play Texas A&M down there at Imperial Arena in the Bahamas in just a few days. I won't be making the trip to the Bahamas, but stay tuned for much more action I'll have on my social media. Cats with a great win. Villanova women's basketball with their win tonight against Penn. The Wildcats have now swept. Both the men's and the women's basketball program has now swept the series in these back-to-back games against Penn this season, in the Philly Big Five games in the Classic. So that's great to see. And we'll be back here too for Philadelphia Big Five Hoops Women's Basketball in the Philly Big Five Classic in early December here at the Finneran Pavilion, the first ever that will be held anywhere in the city of Philadelphia. It will be held right here at the Finneran Pavilion here on Villanova's campus. Have a great night, everybody. Cats win as they defeat Penn and improve to 3-1. Have a great night, and as always, go Cats!